Hey there, listeners. Welcome to Socially Inclined, where we believe marketing should be simple, effective, and most importantly, affordable. In this episode, we'll be sharing expert tips and strategies to help you increase your visibility, engage more of your audience, and reach more clients than ever before. So if you're ready to take your online presence to the next level, keep listening because you're about to get socially inclined. Hey there, everybody. Well, welcome to the podcast. Jess here from Socially Inclined. And today I'm going to cover a little bit of a devil's advocate type topic, and that is 7 signs it might be time to hire that marketing expert. So we at Socially Inclined, we get emails, we have messages into support all the time, and it never fails. A couple times a week, we get like panic messages, emergency messages from people needing quick, actionable help with their marketing. And of course, we are honored and humbled to kind of be the go-to for those kinds of problems for our small business owners. But I just can't help but believe that it doesn't have to come to that. There are, especially since we have really started focusing on effective and affordable marketing tools and shortcuts, there is no reason to wait to hire marketing help, marketing experts, if you will. We try not to call ourselves the experts, but we have been doing it a very long time, and we do have a lot of expertise. But there's no need to wait until there is a panic moment or a freak out moment over having spent way too much of your budget on a Facebook ad or over having hired a marketing quote unquote expert that basically took your money and run. There is no need for it to come to an emergency. So today I'm going to kind of rephrase all of this into 7 signs that you might need a marketing expert. And we're going to talk about, how we can fix those things on the front end without the panic. So let's get started, shall we? In today's world, if your business is not online yet, then it's pretty much invisible. And I hate to come right out of the gate and say that, but this is not 2006. You absolutely have to be online. I would even say on social media if you want to be visible. And we want you to not only be socially inclined, but we want you to be socially visible in neon lights for anyone who is looking for your products and services. So diving into the digital marketing arena, though, sometimes it feels like a no-brainer, right? Especially since I know you small business owners, because I'm one of you. It's like, yeah, I can do it. I'm running a business. This is a no-brainer. I am going to jump in and I'm going to figure this out on my own and I'm going to get noticed. Dang it, right? The DIY route tempts so many of us because building a business is in of itself done yourself. So naturally, it's normal for us as small business owners to feel like we can do this because there is plenty of online guides and tools and millions of YouTube videos and just things that you can access that are right at your fingers. So you jump in, you're gonna do it, you're all gung-ho, but then once you get a few steps in and you start to kind of see everything that's involved with digital marketing, the true colors of the complex beast that it is can turn that enthusiasm into bewilderment and burnout. We see that happen all the time. So if you are in that place, I hope that you continue listening because we can get over that together. Doing your own digital marketing without the know-how is like trying to perform surgery on yourself after watching a couple of YouTube tutorials. Okay, maybe not that serious. It's not a matter of life and death, but it might be for your business, and the point is it's not the best idea. So this podcast, we are going to cut through the noise and highlight the signs that it may be time to bring in a digital marketing expert, or much more affordably, a tool or resource that was created to do that thing by digital marketing experts. That way, your business doesn't just show up online, but it actually shines. So number one, local SEO. When the landscape of SEO becomes a maze, it might be time. So starting with local SEO might seem manageable, but as your business grows, things can get kind of intricate. Trying to rank higher in search results can become really daunting. Advanced strategies like optimizing for near me searches and managing online reviews and leveraging those local backlinks require more expertise than just basic SEO. Moreover, the dynamic nature of search engine algorithms, which means they change all the time, it's kind of part of our job to stay on top of that, and sometimes it's even hard to do that. If we haven't had an SEO project in a few weeks, we're like, who was it? Was it George Washington who sharpened his axe before cutting down the tree? We have to learn, go back and do some learning and some research before we start on something, even if it's only been a few weeks since we've worked in that discipline. That is how moving and fluid search engine algorithms can be. Really, it's what worked yesterday may not work tomorrow, which means that you have to be agile AF when you approach SEO. So, how do you know when you need to hire it out? When your visibility in local searches just gets flat, local SERP, search engine result pages, it's clear that it might be time for help. An SEO expert can, they're on top of these complexities, these changes, and they can make sure that your business gets found, and not only just found, but stands out in the results pages and actually gets clicked on. SEO experts stay on top of algorithm changes, and they can help you ensure that your strategy remains effective so that your business can stay competitive. We used to do a ton of SEO. We still do SEO as part of our web design packages. If you need SEO help, you're always welcome to message us, or you can go to sociallyinclined.com and search VIP, and you can check out our VIP services page. And you can put in an application to see if we can help you on a one-on-one basis. So it's no secret that we have very limited monthly availability here at Socially Inclined and Specific for one-on-one work. But if you do have a compelling product or a compelling project or a unique niche, I do encourage you to go apply for those services and see if we can't work with you. If you're not interested in that and you just want some advice on where to go, you can send us a message anytime about any question, not just SEO, at info@sociallyinclined.com. Number one was local SEO. Everyone needs SEO. Even if you don't have a website, SEO is important on social media as well. Number two, speaking of social media, content creation for Facebook and Instagram. When your content is more of a miss than a hit, it might be time to rethink what you're doing. Engaging your audience through regular content on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever it is that you try to be most present, requires strategy. It's not just about, okay, I'm going to post every day. Posting every day is not a strategy. Posting and praying that it does well is not a strategy. Posting content that resonates with your audience and encourages engagement. Now that is a strategy. But the challenge is that these platforms, just like SEO, are constantly changing. Algorithms may really favor one type of content this month, and they may be all into a different type of content the next. So it's very important to stay informed and be able to adapt to these content type changes. And if you're not if you're not a content marketing expert, then you may be missing the mark unintentionally. All right. So a sign that it might be time to hire an expert is when your content strategy feels like guesswork, or our favorite analogy is like you're slinging mud on the wall, just hoping something will stick. Collaborating with a digital marketing expert or using a digital marketing expert's tool like Socially Sweet can bring clarity and direction to your social media strategy without costing you a fortune. We can help create a content strategy that will really help your audience. We can drive engagement and loyalty with the content that we create in our Socially Sweet program. And, the content will not only reach your audience, but it will also get them to engage, share, and convert. That is what your content should be doing. If you have a post or a piece of content and it's not aimed at one of those three things, engagement, share, or conversion to a sale, then there's no reason to post that content, in my opinion. So if you need to hire that out, if you're looking for a content solution, so you can go to sociallyinclined.com and in the search bar type in Socially Sweet. Click on that product line and select your niche. It's $99 a month, and we deliver more content in there than most social media managers do at $1,500 a month. So $99 a month, you'll look like you've hired someone to do it for 15 times that. Number 3, social media advertising. Whew. This one. When your budget burns faster than it converts, you might have a problem. The potential of social media advertising is enormous, and it's so compelling, right? It's almost like buying that Powerball ticket. Although it's not, I'm not even going to pretend like social media advertising works way better than buying a Powerball ticket, and your ROI will be way higher than buying a Powerball ticket. But you keep feeling like, if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to keep feeling like, okay, just one more ad, I'm going to tweak it a little bit, and this time I'm going to get a 20 cents per sale rate. You're mastering the nuances of a paid per click campaign across platforms like Meta's Facebook and Instagram is a task that is full of challenges. You have to target your audience the correct way. Your ad creative has to be on point and optimized. And each element plays such an important role that if they're out of sync, the success of your campaign will suffer. So the data-driven nature of social media advertising and the demands of the constant analysis and adjustment that it takes might be worth hiring an expert, because it can be so overwhelming. And if it's not overwhelming, then it's just going to be downright expensive. So sign it might be time to hire an expert is if your ad spend isn't turning into measurable success. You might need someone's help. So their expertise can turn your campaign from cash burning into profitable. Their knowledge with your advertising budget optimized will ensure that your dollars are contributing to your business goals and not draining your business's resources. So, number 3, social media advertising. Number 4, email marketing, right? Wow, it is so hard to write emails. It's a little easier now if you can leverage things like ChatGPT, but email marketing, it's kind of like SEO. Everyone feels like they can do it because we're all DIYers here as small business owners, but there's a lot more to it. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to sit down and say, okay, what do I need to say today? And you're going to sit there looking at that cursor, blinking at you, the blank screen, blinking cursor of doom. We're not going to let that happen to you. The truth is if an email is unopened, it's unnoticed, and an unopened, unnoticed email is as good as not sending an email at all. So that was kind of negative, but the good news also is that an opened email is worth so much more, so much money. $1 spent on email marketing advertising turns into 40 something. It's like 49 or 46. Number changes all the time, but it's still very profitable if you can do it correctly. Email marketing has an incredible potential for engagement and conversion if you can get them opened. So that's where crafting these compelling emails that get open and people do things, they act on them, involves getting them to do that involves a bit of finesse. It involves segmenting your audience. It involves personalizing your messages and optimizing your send times. And these intricacies of email marketing sometimes require an expert, right? You want to navigate that spam filter, which is ever larger. It's the net of the spam filter is ever bigger, and those subject lines that entice recipients to open, read, and act upon your emails are they require some expertise to create. So how do you know when it's time to hire an expert? When your email marketing campaigns aren't working, when your emails aren't being opened, you might need someone to help you with your strategy. An email marketing expert can enhance your engagement. They can get better click-through rates. They can help your emails become more profitable so that you can channel that communication with your customers that will drive sales and that will create loyalty. We have done live trainings in the past. If you want some not one-on-one, if you want to watch a replay of some master classes that have to do with email marketing, specifically, we have done some relatively recently. Go to sociallyinclined.com and type Success Club into the search bar. You can become a member for just $15 a month, and you get access to hundreds of our masterclass replays. Search in the Success Club members area once you become a member for email marketing, and you can get some really great insight there of myself and Julie teaching you some email marketing strategies, which, by the way, $15 a month is way less than what you're going to spend on hiring an email marketing or email marketing expert. Number 5, review and reputation. Management of your reputation, you may think, okay, this one's not for me, I'm not there yet. But nowadays, your business's online reputation can be your biggest asset or it can be your worst nightmare, okay? Online reviews have the power to lift you to digital visibility stardom, or just drag you through the mud. So make sure you keep an eye on what's being said. You need to respond to the feedback, whether it's positive or negative, and keeping your digital presence, if you will, top notch and all clear and clean, which you cannot do anything really about a negative review, but you have to respond to it. And the way you respond to it is so important. So yeah, not all comments are sunshine and rainbows. So you've got to be prepared for that. So how do you know when it's time to hire an expert? If you're struggling with online opinions or a few bad apples who have spoiled your fun, it's expert time. Okay, an expert in review and reputation management doesn't just put out the fires, they'll also turn the heat into a spotlight of your strengths, which is really what has to happen when you get a negative review somewhere like Yelp, where they cannot be removed, or Google. They're your front line in turning naysayers into yaysayers and ensuring that your digital doorstep is inviting and keeping your business looking great in the online world. So review and reputation, we can help with that too. It's not something we do all the time, one off. We do a lot of these things in a package, like with when we do a website creation or things like that. But if you have questions, or if you just really want to work with us on review and reputation management, you can always email us. You can email me, podcast@sociallyinclined.com, or you can email Socially Inclined as a whole at info@sociallyinclined. Just make sure you leave a little bit in that email so that the team knows why you're reaching out to them about review and reputation management. Number 6. Oh, I'm going to get a lot on this one, I bet. Video marketing. Video marketing is huge these days. Messages. If your messages are missing their mark, it might be time to think about an expert. Video content is really powerful, right? You've heard that before. If you've been around for any time, if you've watched any of our lives, we've actually said we sing the power of video marketing all the time, but creating these impactful videos require more than just like a camera. And even if you have a script, it may not be enough. So understanding storytelling and editing and audience preferences, all of that is important. The technical aspects of video production, such as lighting and sound quality, that's all a significant role. That all plays a significant role in how effective video marketing is going to be. So, sign it's time to hire an expert. If your video content doesn't engage or inspire action among your audience, and that's if you can create it. Obviously, if you can't even find the time to create it, then you already probably know it's time for a video marketing expert. But these professionals can really elevate your content. They can bring the expertise needed to produce videos that capture attention, convey your message effectively, and encourage viewers to take action. And that is what it's all about, right? You want someone to take action on that content that you're posting. So they'll help you, they'll get more for your efforts, and it can become a key component of your strategy. Number 7, this is where it all started, baby. Web design. When the first impression falls flat, or your website just leaves a little bit to be desired, it might be time. Your website is often the first point of interaction with potential customers. A site that is difficult to navigate or slow to load or looks like it was designed once in 2003, which means it's also not mobile friendly, can turn visitors away before they even get to see your offers. So your website must be optimized, right? We talked about SEO a little bit. And it's got to be optimized for conversions too, because again, if they're not taking action, if your visitors are not turning into clients with clear call to actions and a design that guides visitors towards making a purchase or contacting your business, then your website's not doing its job. So how do you know it's time to hire an expert? If your website's not performing, evidenced by a high bounce rate or low engagement, both of those things you can measure with Google Analytics, it's time for a professional redesign. If the bounce rate's high, a web design expert can transform your site into engaging, user-friendly platform that converts visitors into customers. And again, that's what we want. Their expertise, a web designer's expertise, would ensure that your website looks professional. Yes, that's important. Everyone likes a pretty website, but the functionality is more important than ever. So it needs to be seamless. So creating and providing that optimal user experience is not something that most people know how to do without professional web design experience. It's no secret that we started, or Julie started in web design way back, I think in 2003. So we have done thousands of websites over the years. So if you do need help with a web design project, make sure you just reach out to us. You can go to sociallyinclined.com, and I think you can find it under VIP services, or you can just send us an email, again, info@sociallyinclined.com. In summary, running a business is hard enough, right? We all know the entrepreneur roller coaster, there's no doubt. Figuring out when it's time to call an expert doesn't mean that you're weak or you're giving up or you're throwing in the towel. It's about smart scaling, and it's about not settling for mediocre. You may need to spend some money so that you can be as successful as your business can be. So whether you're trying to keep up with SEO, or you want a social media strategy that actually does something, or maybe you need to clean up that online reputation, or you want to boost those email opens, or give your website a facelift, recognizing the need for an expert is key. So it's not about knowing your limits, or it's all about knowing your limits and then blowing past them with the right help. So a seasoned digital marketing expert in your corner, like us ladies here at Socially Inclined, your business can be hitting all the targets. It's smashing them, it's setting new ones, all while leaving your competitors wondering how you're doing it all. And that's kind of the magic that we've tried to create here at Socially Inclined, by creating some of these products and services to be so affordable that any small business owner can access them. So if you have any questions about today's episode, don't hesitate to send me an email at podcast@sociallyinclined.com. If you loved it, if you feel compelled to, I would love for you to leave us a review or share this episode with your small business building friends. And make sure you tune in for the next episode of the Get Socially Inclined podcast. Again, I'm Jess from Socially Inclined, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.